All right, and we are back to the show. Welcome back to Liberty Hour, everybody. I'm here with my good friend Ricky Navarrete, who was just telling me about his experience at Sac State so far, what he likes about it, and everything. Ricky, you were talking about how you didn't talk to people for a while, and then you were saying more. Go ahead and continue.
Okay, so pretty much, yeah, like as I was saying, I was kind of just caved in the first year there, but over time I started expanding and I never really knew how diverse colleges were, like especially on those like field trips we used to go on back in middle school or high school. Well, I was an avid in high school, so I still went on some. But like,
Hey, so
you
was
know,
I. I was an avid my freshman and
we're, okay,
sophomore
all right, all right,
years.
all right. Look, you don't need to
I
throw shade
wasn't a
at.
6-year
Uh,
avid person like
you
you,
you
but
were you weren't there for junior year or senior year, but that's fine. It's fine. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding, bro. You started avid before I did, anyways.
oh, that's true. You
But
started in 8th grade, yeah.
yeah, no, but like as I was saying, so yeah, dude, there's like a lot of like different cultures, a lot of different people, a lot of different people. I always hear talking about different stuff that happens at their hometown or different dishes, and like I always hear some stuff that throws me off about like all these things people do in their spare time. Like, well, I've never heard of anybody do stuff like that. But like getting to know new people and stuff like that, that's pretty cool. But in terms of what the school needs to work on, number one is parking.
That's so
Number
freaking
two
obvious,
is
dude, honestly.
getting their construction stuff together because they keep delaying everything construction wise at that school. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be ready this time. Oh yeah, the new radio station's gonna be ready. The new parking structure's gonna be ready. The new union's gonna be ready. The new lab place is gonna be ready. And like this place, and then you get all these emails. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. Sorry for the delay. Oh, it's raining. We're gonna have to delay it a whole week because it rained for 2 days. It's like, what's water gonna do to you people? It's
And see,
not acid.
part of me wants to like excuse him because it's probably like funding issues and stuff like that. But at the same time, you know, you need to have your shit together and know what the hell's going on so that you actually are able to, predict and tell people when something's going to be open so you don't inconvenience them since you have 30,000 people going to your damn school.
Yeah, dude. Like seriously, that school is such a commuter school just because it's in the capital of Sacramento. Everybody's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go to Sac State, and like it's nice and all. Like don't get me wrong, I like
Well,
the
you don't
campus.
really have a choice. I mean, if you live in this freaking area, you have a Sac State, and then you have Chico. Where the hell else are you gonna freaking go? It's freaking shit. Ricky, you there?
That's what I'm saying,
Oh,
dude.
there you go. Cool.
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, it just cut out for a second. Dude, you good, right? You can hear me now?
Oh yeah, you're good. You go for it.
Okay, no. But yeah, dude, I'm just saying. That's what I noticed too, dude. I was like, the closest community or the closest university is either that, UC Davis. I applied to Chico too, and San Jose and whatnot, and like Cal Poly and stuff. But I was like, oh, that's too prestigious. I don't even know what I want to do yet. So like, yeah, let's just go to Sac State. And I'm like, yeah, obviously, like a lot of people around the Sac State area, like probably 45 minutes away. Nobody's gonna want to pay dorm prices at a university to go there. So that's why, like, since Sacramento's very popular, and then all the cities surrounding Sacramento, like, are pretty big because we live in California. Pretty much any city is a lot more populated than you expect. That's why that school is such a commuter school, and parking's such a big deal. But sometimes everybody thinks that like half of the parking spaces there should go to the staff, when really the staff are only there for like a couple of hours and then they dip, and students have to be there for hours, especially the ones that have clubs and whatnot. So they really got to get their like whole parking and who can park where stuff together and whatnot. Oh my god, it's just that's one thing I need to work on. Sorry, I want
No, you're
parking
good.
has been a hot topic for me like for a long since literally since I started going to that school.
Well, and see, and to give myself some free promotion here, well, actually, to give my publications a free promotion, at Sac State, I also, not just with KSSU, I actually have been writing for their newspaper, the State Hornet, and that overall has been going pretty good so far. Uh, and and so, anyways, the reason I bring that up is because we actually covered a piece on how Stockton may be home to a new CSU campus sometime in the near future, because there's a lot of people that travel from Stockton to come up here.
Hmm.
You have I forget exactly what city it's in, but you have the Pacific University, or University of the Pacific, which is somewhere down in, I want to say, San Joaquin County or somewhere down there. But they plan on a $2 million one-time fund to take review of a potential CSU campus in San Joaquin County, likely in Stockton. And my thing is, yes, there's 300,000 people that live in Stockton, but goddamn, there's freaking 300,000 people, if not more, that live in Placer freaking County. Why don't you build a goddamn university up here?
Dude, on the
Shit.
real though, like around Roseville, Rockland, Lincoln, like there's so many people, so many chances to build like any kind of like college, but they just don't. I don't know.
Well, and eventually they're going to be forced to. I mean, you already see, they're building another high school in Lincoln because there's 2,000 people to go to Lincoln High now, and that's just not going to freaking work out.
Uh,
But,
you
they've been
never know, dude.
talking
They might
about
start
that.
building more prisons, honestly. There's more prisons than there are schools nowadays, I swear.
Well, and that's a whole nother issue, too. But, the thing is, it's been a decade they've been talking about it, and these things, because government, and I'm not going to get into a super long rant about this, but because government is so shit and ineffective at doing their job, they can't actually put money towards new schools because they're so busy doing other non-important shit.
Oh man, how you evolved, sir? How your like political stances have evolved from high school to now? Not really political stance, just like the way you like interpret them and speak about them.
Yeah, I mean, and even
I feel
it's
like now
always
now you
changing.
went
That's the
from like you went
thing.
from having no or you went from having like a somewhat of a filter to like no filter now.
Oh no, I don't
It's
care.
beautiful, bro.
I've decided because I have no patience for bullcrap. I've decided that especially over the last year, that I'm not going to tolerate bullcrap because I don't have patience for that, and I'm only live on this earth once, so screw it. That's why whenever I go to a freaking restaurant now and I can't get a freaking water, cough cough, freaking studio movie grill, cough cough. I freaking ain't gonna tip you because you can't do a basic job to give me a goddamn water if I'm thirsty just because I want to watch a goddamn movie. I just
Is
don't have
that really
patience
a
for it.
thing?
I
You
don't.
can't get a water
No,
at Studio Movie Grill?
well, I mean, you can if they actually are doing their
Oh,
job, but I mean, you go there on a freaking Friday or Saturday. Good luck, dude. That's the thing. Like, I swear to God, it's freaking so annoying. Um, but anyways, I've just decided I don't have patience for that anymore, which is why I've decided to have less of a filter overall when it comes to politics now too, because I ain't gonna tolerate bullcrap, especially with the person that we have in the darn White House. Go ahead, Ricky. Sorry, we've completely gone off
oh
course of what we were
no,
talking
you're
about.
good,
We were
you're good, dude.
talking about Sac State and what we like and dislike about it. Now, you were talking about parking. I'll go ahead and go back to that. So, yes,
No,
there obviously needs to be a new parking structure built. I don't know where they would find space for one, but there does need to be one built because even though they just built one, it's still not enough, unfortunately. Um, and my thing is, what's even a bigger problem is
mm,
people in high school they'll preach to you about the 4-year university. Are you going to graduate in 4 years? The thing is, you
yeah.
might end up taking classes you don't even need. That's what happened to me my first semester transferring into SAC. I took 3 classes I thought were upper division general ed. They weren't upper division general ed. I just took them as freaking units. That's another thing that's annoying is it seems like they don't provide you any help on that in terms of counseling. At Sierra, they were much more approachable, and of course they have less people there. But still, I mean, I feel like that would be much more marketed to students for freaking help because don't you want to get people through?
Yeah, dude. I know. Honestly, dude, I do like when it comes to signing up for classes and like knowing what to do, like to take off holds and stuff. Nobody's really on your case about that at Sac State, at least. I don't know. I assume it's like that for other universities, but maybe like we just have bad luck in Sac State,
No,
like
it's
particularly
you're
doesn't
right.
really
No,
care.
it's not the case at just Sac State because here's the thing: 5% of community college students graduate with 2-year degrees in 2 years, and that's just that. But about 36% of 4-year private and flagship public university and college students, which would be part of us, with bachelor's degrees, graduate in 4. 36%. That's a report done by the Hetra report. There's other pieces too from the New York Times,
Mm.
USA Today on this as well. The 4-year college is becoming more and more a myth because there is not enough resources to get students through. That's a much bigger problem than what they talk about in politics, which is we should make universities free. No, that's not the problem. We need to actually put resources towards more counselors, professors, and shit so they can actually help these students get the classes when they're able to get them
Yeah,
so they can
dude.
actually get through in 4 fucking years.
I know, dude. Honestly, I'd say the biggest drawback is getting more professors for more class times for like better days or better hours. Because if there's only one professor teaching one class for one day or like 2 days, and they're like at the worst times that mess up another class you have, that's it. You have to wait a whole semester to take that class, and that's if you can get in. If it's not impacted enough already, because they don't
Right.
get bigger classes. That's
Yeah,
just
that's
that's
the
another
thing.
hot topic that makes everybody like get delayed is not having enough classrooms or enough class times for classes you need, and then being able to get into them is a whole nother story.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to the upper division classes, some of them, especially if you're trying to take them as general ed. Oh, it's only for the major. Oh, you need this as a prerequisite. Oh crap, and then for your
Yeah.
own major, sometimes this is the only class and the only time it's freaking offered. It's like, well, what the heck, that's bull. It's just. I don't know, man. And they wonder why some people don't even go. Like, people wonder like, oh, why do so many people go to trade schools? Why do people not go? It's like, because you don't do crap for them.
Hmm.
But anyways, I digress. So that overall, though, we like our time at Sac State. We like our time as Hornets. I like the campus and the university. It's actually pretty nice. They actually have multiple places for you to grab food, which is good because I always get freaking hungry between classes. And then, like I said, my time at the Hornets been great. It's been nice being able to ride at that level and produce content. This will be my last semester with them, unfortunately, because I don't have the time to become an editor unless I live by the campus, which that ain't happening because it's Sacramento. But anyways, so getting on to the next thing is a completely different issue that I wanted to go ahead and talk about. Last time we were on here, Fortnite was still a huge thing.
Oh, jeez.
It's still huge. It's not as huge. It's in season 8 now. We played it a lot back in the day. We talked about it multiple times on the podcast when I had you on. I tried to have Ricky and my friend Michael on a podcast one time. Unfortunately, that didn't work out. I ran into some technical issues, but we had spoke about it. And actually, this was an article that was written on Fox News about 6-7 hours ago.
Oh,
Fortnite took 100 days to hit just 45 million players on the way to its current mark of about 200 million. Apex Legends, a new game that's come out that's a little bit more like a Call of Duty kind of game, it only took them 30 days to pull in 50 million players. What the heck? That's freaking insane. I've played it a few times. I haven't played it a lot, but I wanted to go ahead and ask you, Ricky, why do you think Fortnite, it's not necessarily dying out per se, but why do you think that Apex has been growing so largely over the last month versus Fortnite, and do you see Fortnite truly dying out anytime soon?
Okay, hold on. Can you hear me? Sorry, it was like lagging for a little bit and jumping around. You can hear me, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So honestly, dude, I think the whole reason Apex is doing as good as it is, I know it's gonna sound like super like, oh yeah, duh, is because Fortnite brought in like the whole popularity. Fortnite, we literally talked about this. God, it feels like you, if Michael were here, him and I are like going back to the old conversation we had. Fortnite was free to play. It still has been free to play. They just, they make their money off of their skins and their little dances that everybody's like, oh, check this out. I paid $20.
We'll get into in a minute.
Yeah, like check this out. I paid $20 for this one skin. Oh yeah, cool. The next day, tomorrow's gonna be a new one. So who cares? It's like they're literally dropping money left and right. Anywho, I feel like Apex got so popular just because Fortnite really like popularized. It was like a whole movement, as Daniel would say if he were here. Like it just brought in a whole wave of the entire world, dude. Everybody, like anywhere you go, anywhere you went, they knew what Fortnite was, and because it was free to play, it was accessible on phones, on computers, on whatever. So it made it big. I'm sure at this point, a lot of people who even don't play games have heard of Fortnite, and like yeah, they may not know what it looks like, but they've heard of it. And that's the thing. It was such a big publicity stunt kind of thing, like to just have it free to play. And then when this new game called Apex came out, at first nobody heard about it. But once more people started talking about it, once more people who stream the game like on Twitch, because Twitch is like a very, very like heavy source for gamers, like kind of like YouTube kind of thing. Once all these Twitch people started talking about it and like started playing Fortnite with that game too, like all the people who watch Fortnite started watching them play Apex, and then that's kind of just how it made its way up because Apex was free to play also, and it was another battle royale just like Fortnite, and everybody was already playing Fortnite, and they're like, okay, yeah, this has been the same for like the past year and a half. So Apex is like, all right, well, this is free, still a battle royale, but it adds a new twist because it's first person. So honestly, like Apex, I think it really only got 50 million players just because it like kind of ripped off of Fortnite's fame and the Fortnite streamers and the people who played Fortnite and all their audiences with it. So otherwise, it would have literally just been another
And I'm
first-person
sorry,
shooter
Ricky, I
Call
have
of
to
Duty.
cut you off there. That's part 2. We'll be right back for part 3.
No, you're good. That's it.